What's your don't tell mom about this moment? Mine destroyed my relationship with my sister for almost a decade. I was 16 and my sister Casey was 14 when our parents announced they were getting divorced. Dad had been having an affair with his secretary, the oldest cliche in the book. Mom was devastated, barely functioning, just going through the motions. Casey took it harder than anyone. She'd always been daddy's little girl, and his betrayal crushed her. She started skipping school, hanging with a rough crowd, coming home with alcohol on her breath. I tried talking to her, but she'd just shut me out. One night, 3 months after Dad moved out, I woke up to strange noises from Casey's room. I found her sobbing uncontrollably, surrounded by pill bottles. My blood ran cold when I realized what was happening. "I just want it to stop hurting," she whispered. I called 911, held her hand until the ambulance came. At the hospital, the doctor said we'd caught it just in time. Casey made me promise not to tell Mom what really happened. "She's barely holding on as it is," Casey pleaded. "This would destroy her." I agreed, and we created a cover story about food poisoning. I convinced Mom to let Casey see a therapist, saying it was for the divorce, not the attempt. I drove Casey to every appointment, waited in the car, checked in on her constantly. Slowly, she improved. By the time I left for college 2 years later, Casey seemed okay. She'd made new friends, was getting good grades, even talking about college herself. I thought we'd weathered the worst together. Then came my college graduation dinner. Our whole family was there, including Dad and his new wife. Casey, now a sophomore at a different college, stood up to make a toast. What started as a sweet speech took a dark turn. "What none of you know," she said, her voice suddenly sharp, "is that Alexis has been controlling and manipulating me for years." The table went silent. When I was struggling after the divorce, she threatened to tell Mom I was suicidal if I didn't do exactly what she wanted. She used my lowest moment to become my prison warden, not my sister. And I was stunned, unable to form words as she continued painting me as some kind of monster who'd leveraged her pain for control. Mom looked at me with such disappointment, Dad with anger. After dinner, I confronted Casey. "How could you lie like that? I was trying to save your life." Her eyes were cold. "You made my struggle all about you, the perfect sister saving the mess up. You never let me forget what you did for me." She blocked my number that night. For 8 years, she maintained her version of events. I wasn't invited to her college graduation or her wedding. I watched from a distance as she built a life without me. Mom always looked at me differently, like she was trying to reconcile the daughter she thought she knew with Casey's version. Last month, I received an email with an attachment, Casey's journal from that time. "I found this while moving," her message read. "I'm ready to talk if you are." The journal detailed her suicidal thoughts, my discovery, and her gratitude that I'd saved her. "Yesterday, we met at a coffee shop in our hometown. She couldn't look me in the eyes at first. My therapist helped me understand what happened," she explained. "I resented you for witnessing me at my weakest. Every time you checked on me, it reminded me of that night. It was easier to make you the villain than live with my shame." She wiped away tears. "When my daughter was born last year, I kept thinking about what Mom would have missed if you hadn't found me, what I would have missed." As we were leaving, Casey grabbed my hand. "I've been in therapy consistently for 3 years now. My therapist says I projected my self-hatred onto you. I don't expect forgiveness." I looked at this stranger who was once the little sister I'd do anything to protect. "I never needed your gratitude," I told her. "I just needed my sister back."